Oh, I am here. Feels like we just did this. Oh, Paul's here. Gretchen's here. Paul's doing backsies already. Oh. What up, everybody? Short one tonight. Short one to start the year. Because we just did 12 hours of these or something. Like a couple of days ago. We'll hang out for a little bit. A little bit. What, 4 hours? One. We're gonna do an hour. And then I'm out. We'll see. It's not gonna be a long one. I do not have it in me. We will welcome the year again. We did it already. So there isn't anything new. I mean, I've got another 4 or 5 coats of lacquer on the guitar. We'll take it down. And that's it. That's it. We're going to take down the guitar from its hanging spot and hang out for a little bit. This many bits. Dot Johnson, how are you? Gretchen is also exhausted. We're starting the year off strong. Gretchen, you and me, just like we're already beat down. It's the 3rd, and we're already like, nope. Oh, it's good. We'll make it through. You guys, we will make it through to whatever the other side is. And that's it. That's all we can do is just keep on keeping on, as they say. Had a nap, some tuna fish. I'm on a cup of coffee. Okay, well, you're doing better than me. I drank a lot of coffee today, but I did not eat. I don't have anything to make. I have some leftovers that I'm going to heat up after and eat and go to bed. And that's it. That's all I got in me for the rest of the day. Oh, it is what it is. This is a pretty thing. This is a pretty thing. Should we just take it down? Let's take it down. It's had, let's see. We did a coat at midnight on January 1st. I did another one after the show just to like get it nice and solidly coated. Then the morning, well, late morning, I did, I sanded 400, just knock it back a little bit, did another coat. Then that night, I knocked it back and did a coat. That's 4. Then yesterday, did 5, 6. So it's had 6. That's lots. I had to knock it back quite a bit one time though, because I was a little bit heavy-handed, and I got a little bit gloopy in a couple areas. So one of the knockbacks took down a fair bit, but it's pretty good. It's a pretty good finish. Last week was a hell of a way to finish the year. Yeah. I made a guitar live on the internet. So that's a thing that I can check off the list, I guess. I don't know. Let's take it down. Have a look. I don't want to get a ladder. Get a ladder. Unhook there. Pull these guys out. So, pretty good. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Should put this on the bench to do this. Why did you make it a set neck when you cut it out with a bolt-on type joint? Because bolt-on necks are stupid and dumb. Why are we asking questions? Like, can't it just be what it's gonna be? I've only made one guitar before this one, and it was a set neck, so I made this one the same way that I made the other one. This is significantly lighter. This is a feather compared to Dawn. That's nice. A little bit more. I got to do a couple more grits on the fretboard before I take it to Tyler. I could play this. It was just a question. I know. I know. That's nice. I'm liking the... Is it a Telecaster yet? Yep. Yep. Kind of. No. No, it's not. Because Telecaster is owned by Fender. The name and all the shapes and, well, just the headstock, I think, right? But it is a guitar frame, I guess. It's more guitar than you made, Pinnell. Oh, it's a wooden things and stuff caster. It's a wooden thing. It's a wooden thing. So yeah, the reason that I made it a set neck is because I've only ever made a set neck. And I don't know how to make a bolt on. I mean, it shouldn't be that complicated, but not a guitar player. I don't know what makes it a Telecaster or not. It would only be a Telecaster if it was made by the Fender Guitar Company. But we had a whole talk about that when I was making it. If you would have bothered to show up. It's not an anything because it doesn't have any strings on it. It is many pieces of wood that have been cut up and glued back together in various ways in preparation of adding strings. And then electronics and then electricity. And then we'll see how it goes. New username saying Cosman makes Cosman makes garlic mashers. Sure. The Telecaster inspired guitar. I suppose it was based on a Telecaster template. It was based on a Waldrop guitar version of a Telecaster template. I'm just curious on the scale length. 25 and a half. Exactly. I don't know. The frets are spaced for a 25 and a half. So hopefully it's 25 and a half. Because otherwise it'll sound pretty shitty. Which is fine. I had a good time making it, hanging out with my friends on the internet, making a guitar. There were points that I had fun making it. There were some, yeah. I mean, just like anything, there's always going to be some points where you feel it feels a little sloggy. There were some times when I wanted to not keep going. You could stick the bridge on it and measure real quick. Yep. That's a thing I could do. Okay. But then what if it's not, and I do it live and we find out that it's let's have a look. Just trying to avoid moving around too much because these are going to go in through there. Yep. Go. He's out. Approximately there. And $25 and a half and a 1/16. But I've got some adjustment capability there. $25 and a half and a 1/16. Whatever the 1/16 is over a half. That's going to look slick. Finish drilling those up. I want to put it in, but I don't feel like it. But that's going to look slick. I asked if the neck was in line. He eyeballed it and assured me it was. It's approximately in line, yes. You didn't answer the other night. Oh, what? When you glued the neck on, you just glued it without checking anything. Is it straight or level or parallel? If not, how do you overcome that now? You don't. It is what it's going to be. There's some adjustment capacity in the bridge, inny outy and uppy downy. It's going to be what it's going to be. You're close enough for adjustment. I think so. And if it's not, it's not. Oh no, I had fun making a guitar-shaped thing that's pretty. Left, or you can do slight adjustments on the nut, left or right to adjust string alignment. Yep, I don't have a nut for it yet at all, so looking great so far. Thanks. Are you keeping it or selling it? I am keeping it. This one is for me. I mean, I'm not gonna sell guitars until I'm better at making them. Like until I like. I mean, I guess if I finish putting all the gear on this and it plays awesome, and somebody wants to buy it, maybe I'll sell it. But I'm not gonna sell. Like, who are you gonna convince to buy a guitar that's like your second one? Really? Like, hey, I think this is pretty okay. Can I have $2,000? Like, I assume you would clamp a board across neck and body to keep it in line. It can only go in one way. Like it's a tight enough fit that when you glue it in, it's going to be where it's going to be. Like it's not a loose enough joint that you're going to be able to like when you make the neck pocket in line with the neck, in line with the pickups, in line with the bridge, once you put it in, there's not really anywhere for it to I'm not a doubter. I asked the other night, he just sent it with the glue. Yeah, because there is not anything you can. I mean, you would have needed to make that adjustment earlier in the process, really. And it's for me. Like, if it sucks, it sucks. I have other guitars that suck that I didn't make. I have guitars that I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% confident, but I'm pretty sure that this guitar is going to be better than some of the ones that I own that were made by guitar companies. So the back of the neck is parallel with the fretboard, and the neck pocket is parallel with the top of the guitar. I'm going to need to what parallelity are you talking about? Are you talking in profile? Like in this direction? because the bottom of that neck pocket is flat and the back of that neck is flat. Not sure what the question is in terms of parallel. The fretboard is parallel to the back of the neck, which is the bottom of the neck pocket is parallel to the surface of the guitar. And there's some this adjustment with the truss rod, and there's some this adjustment in the bridge for how high the strings are off of the fretboard. So there's some adjustability. That parallelity is somewhat adjustable, except if you adjust the truss rod so that your neck goes like this, so that your strings aren't touching on frets and stuff, then by the time you get up to like 12, 13, 15, 17, then your strings end up really high off of the neck, which is not ideal. But again, Mike, you could mount tuner and string up just the outside strings, and there should be just enough slack in the bridge to make up some misalignment if it exists. Then drill for position for mounting it. Yeah, these are things I could do. So the strings will be even distance up the entire fretboard. If the neck was glued in and was banana shaped, the strings would be... Yes, this is correct. If I adjusted the truss rod so that the neck did like this, then they would be close. The strings would be close at the 1 and 2, and then they would be far off of the fretboard up here. The 2 inches is a stretch, but like if you did like this with the neck, then the strings would be closer here than they were here, right? But it would be playable as long as you have enough finger strength to push the gap down to the fretboard. You're talking about neck angle like Les Paul. This is a different thing. So because the bridge, a tune-o-matic bridge, sits higher off of the body of the guitar, you need to incorporate that neck angle in order to keep that string level with the fretboard. Because a tune-o-matic bridge sits up like here, right? So you need that angle of the neck to parallelize the strings with the fretboard. What would make one sound better than any other guitar? I mean, better is a matter of opinion too, right? Quality of hardware setup. If you do this correctly, you could make a 4x4 sound like a Les Paul. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the quality of the pickups, the type of the pickups, the setup of the guitar, it all plays into it. No 2 guitars sound the same if you're listening carefully enough and if you're good at listening. So you're using a Strat style bridge. I'm using a Telecaster style bridge. It looks like this. And then I just got to get a low profile switch from my friend Paul Waldrop. And second question, where's the whammy bar? I put the whammy bar, this guitar gets a whammy bar on the back. From me? Yeah, we talked about it. I said just you three. You said I got extras. I said, well, just throw one in the box. And you said, okay. The little switchies. Isn't that how that conversation went? It's like you're making another box. We know you're making another box. And I said I would pay you for them. And then you're like, yeah, cool. I keep a couple around in case. And I was like, okay. I got chocolate banana loaf from one of our customers, or a friend of the shop brought in a banana loaf. And Nadia took half, and now I'm eating the other half. And maybe 6 months from now. Yeah, right. Oh no. It is what it is. It's not going to go bad. Now I'm hungry, thank you. I always eat something, don't I? You hate using Amazon that much? Yes, I do. Well, yes, I absolutely do. I wonder if any of the guitars that I have in the house that have switches, I wonder if any of them have one that I could harvest. Because I'm not using those. In fact, most of them I bought to harvest the parts off of. Where do you buy guitar parts? How much do good parts cost? Let's assume good means same quality parts as a $1,500 to $2,000 guitar. I don't know. You can buy guitar parts from StewMac. You can buy guitar parts from All Parts, I think is the name of a place that sells guitar bits. I would rather give my money to Alibaba or whatever the shit that Amazon, that China Amazon company is called. Honestly, I would rather give it to them. Bezos can suck it. He all the way in, like all the way up into space in his dick rocket. I get my parts from a lot of different places. I have a place in West Virginia that makes all my pickups for you. Mr. La-Ti-Da with his custom pickups over here. Bang good. There you go. Those guys, sure. Buy a fucking Temu switch. Have you heard of that guitar builder out of Canada who's got a huge beard? Is it me? because I'm not really a guitar builder. I'm on number 2. So Alibaba, there we go. I'll give my money to those guys. Fuck Bezos. I'm on number 2. I'm finishing off number 2. But I've started number 3, 4, 5, and 6. You realize Matthias built a ukulele about 5 years ago. Matthias can suck it too. He can hang out with Bezos on his dick rocket. He did more than I could. You don't know. Anybody can do anything. It's just a series of steps. Brain surgery, it's just a series of steps. If you follow the steps, I'm going to eat this whole half a loaf of banana chocolate bread. That's what's going to happen. The GGBO guitar that I built has over $800 in parts on it. Well, yeah. I mean, you could easily put a pair of $300 each pickups in a guitar or whatever. You buy good tuners and good bridges and pickups and stuff, you could be up to $1,000 in. You volunteering as my first patient? I don't know. Are you going to follow the steps? Do you know the steps? And are you going to follow them? I don't need this whole loaf. I'm going to eat it. It's only a half a loaf. And that's comparable to a $1,500 to $2,000 guitar off the shelf at a guitar store. A $1,500 to $2,000 guitar off the shelf at a guitar store, mass produced in a factory. I don't know what the ratio of, and I mean, they're getting their parts for cheaper than we are because they're buying them by the hundreds or whatever. But they're probably making some of their own. Well, they have their own manufacturing facilities and things, right? So it's going to be cheaper for them. Nobody said I needed to know them, just follow them. I didn't ask how much Fender pays for their parts. I don't understand what it is that you are trying to ask. I think has become clear. Are you trying to ask how much it would cost to get the parts? How much it would cost me to get the equivalent parts from a $2,000 Fender guitar? because it would cost me $2,000 because I'd have to buy the Fender guitar and then take the parts out of it. No, I don't know the answer. But I could buy, I mean, if you want to pay $3,500 for the guitar, I'll go buy the $2,000 guitar and take the parts out of it and put it in this one. Then you can buy this one for $3,500. Cool? You got to pay up front though, because I can't afford the $2,000 guitar to get the parts. I don't know what the deal is with guitars, but I can tell you for drums, I can barely get the hardware for what finished drums sell for in stores. Well, yeah, because they're buying the hardware by the thousands. If you would just, have you ever tried just not being poor? And just buy, see like what you can get for a discount by buying them by the thousand? Like, maybe pull yourself up by your bootstraps and if you went to the guitar parts store website, what would the cart total be to get good parts? And since you're going to say good parts is subjective, good is comparable to a $1,500 Fender. I don't know. I would say a good humbucker pickup can be had for $130. You can get a good humbucker pickup for $130. If you want two of them in a guitar, you're at $260. A good set of tuners, $50, 80 Canadian dollars, $70. Now we're at, let's say we were at 300 with pickups, $400 with pickups, tuners, and strings, potentiometers, and switches and things. We'll add another with those little orange dealies that are stupid expensive comparatively. Let's say another $100. Wiring and potentiometers and switches and pickups, we're at $500. A good, you can get a $250 bridge, a decent high-end bridge, like from Hip Shot. Let's say bridge, two pickups, pots, wiring, tuners, strings. I'm gonna say to equal that $2,000 guitar, let's say you're at $600 in hardware. I think is probably pretty reasonable. So my $500 guess wasn't far off. You could get good quality hardware and do a guitar for $500 in parts plus the wood. I mean, what did Paul say that his was, like $800 or whatever? But I think like he had like a forest nymph like smelt the metal for the bridge and stuff, and it's like forest nymph? Why do they cost so much money? That doesn't even make sense. The guitar I want is $6,000 US. That's too many dollars. That's saw stop money. My average base model is around $800 depending on wood. It has about $250 in parts in it. You go buy one of Paul's generic builds for $800 instead of that whatever $6,000 thing is that you're talking about. That's nonsense. Nymphs are expensive because you got to buy special metal. They can't handle iron. It's true, and they're also. I didn't have anything. I started and then I did realize I didn't have it. Didn't know you made bases, Paul. I think that was a joke. I think because you said base model, and then he was doing a play on the base model, right? He was trying to be funny. He makes bases. I also make bases. I got one started over there. Their contracts are banana. I know they're all union. The nymphs. So got to pay like proper overtime and all kinds of shit. I mean, good for them for getting a good contract, but Celebrimbor. He's not a nymph. Don't be ridiculous, Matt. God. I think I make a bank shot off the garage door with his ball of foil. Oh! Oh, I wish you guys were watching how good that was. But that was good. You start bases. I know. So far, I'm 1 for 1 at starting bass guitars. we add that to your 2026 to-do list. It was on the 2025, so yeah, I mean, it better. That's my cello. That bass guitar turns into a cello when it's done. It's a transformer. How did Celebrimbor get into the conversation? I don't know. Heard the swoosh? Yeah, it was a good shot. Off the garage door into the garbage can. Oh. Short show tonight, everybody. I don't have it in me. It's a good conversation. I'm having fun talking. But I gotta go eat some actual food and get to sleepy time. Also, in case you're wondering, those of you who were expecting bingo cards before this show, because I said that you were going to get them and didn't, you didn't get your bingo cards, but nobody's winning tonight anyway because I'm not doing most of the things that are on the bingo cards. So I can guarantee there was not going to be a win from tonight's show, and you will get your bingo cards tomorrow. They're all made. I just got to email them all out. So thanks for the live, Mike. Have a good evening. We'll see you next week. Thanks for the awesome background noise while editing my next video. You betcha. I'm not done quite yet. We'll hang out for a few more, but it is going to be a short show. Sounds rigged. It's totally rigged. It's not at all. I just know for a fact, based on what's on those cards, that it was going to be impossible for anybody to win tonight. Because I'm not cooking. I'm not going into the house. I've got a non-Veritas Band-Aid on even. Like there's no Mike's never had this food before. There's no lathe spinning. There's no woodworking happening. There's there's just an FYI, trying to sell the GGBO guitar. Still, if you help me sell it, I'll give you $100 American. Somebody buy Paul's guitar. If this show helps you buy it, then that's me helping you buy it. So somebody go buy that guitar. It's got $800 worth of parts in it. So you got on a ladder. Is that on the cards this time? I think I took that off the cards because it doesn't happen often enough to stay on the cards. Make one of the bingo squares not really a show, and people will have a better chance. That's mean, I think. I don't really know. Is that mean? Get on a ladder used to be on the cards, but I think I took it off because it happened too infrequently. Down to $1,400. $1,400 for Paul's GGBO guitar that has $800 worth of parts in it. And probably plus shipping. So like $1,600 to your house. Link to Paul's guitar. Paul, do it. Is it on eBay? Where is it? It's on your website. It's nice. It's a little too metal for me. It's kind of it's a little bit pointy. So it's like a almost SG kind of at the front, but a little sort of angrier looking. But I want to say walnut top, I think. Pinnell, that's not a link. Don't click Pinnell. Oh, I think Gretchen did. Grenadillo top. I knew it was dark. For me, it's a little bit pointy and metal looking. It's a little, I feel like it would fit in really good in a heavier band than I play. Just visually, it looks tough. Like it looks a little screamy. It looks a little angry. Looks a little metal. I tried to warn people. I know. See, I tried to warn them too, but I was behind. And by the time I see it, it's already too late. Spicy teriyaki pork chops. It's good. They're good. I mean, they're good. But every time he does that, YouTube goes, "Oh, people want to watch that video for 2 seconds." That guy must suck at this. Pinnell doing that is probably why I don't make any money on YouTube, is because YouTube thinks that I suck because people go to my videos and they watch them for like 3 seconds and then they click off. So Pinnell is actively hurting my YouTube career. And that's my story. That's why. Somebody should absolutely, for $1,600, somebody should absolutely buy that guitar. That's it. I'm watching it the whole way through now so that Pinnell doesn't win this round. Do it! I have that set up as a keyboard shortcut. I know you do. I've accidentally typed it into work Teams chat. That would be funny. You're sending that to all your people in your Teams chat. You're like, whoops. And yes, if it sells to someone here, you still get 100. If you guys buy that guitar, Paul gets it out of his space. I get $100. You get $800 worth of parts, plus a guitar that Paul made, plus a hard case. Damn. This all sounds like a great deal for somebody. And if you're in the Dallas-ish, Texas area, you don't even have to pay for shipping. Like, he'll probably bring it to you on his tricycle. It sounds funny when you say it that way. Because now you're picturing him like pedaling a little tricycle. That's not what he's going to do, though. It's not like a little saw, like the saw guy on his tricycle. It's not one of those. If someone here buys it, you get $100 off, right? No, if someone here buys it, I get $100 for helping him make the sale. Paul playing the guitar over the top of pork chops. Ah, cool. And that's not Paul playing the guitar, by the way. Paul is barely learning how to play guitar. I don't even know. Are you still learning how to play guitar, or did you just give up, Paul? I know at one point you were talking about like maybe trying to learn. Needed that image. Yeah, Paul on his little red tricycle with the guitar that he's delivering in Dallas. What guitar? GGBO that Paul made. Yeah, 2021. I don't remember. The pointy. It's got the pointy horns on the front. I was thinking of buying it until you said Mike gets $100. Yeah, you wouldn't want to have to accidentally support my efforts. Fucking guy. I tried to learn guitar when I was a teen. Went about as well as learning French and statistics. Well, I mean, everybody who plays guitar is still learning how to play guitar. Like, it's not a thing. Like, unless you're not really trying. Like, I don't really practice enough to be continuing to learn. Who's finished learning to play? See, Peter Ekberg probably has it right. You never finish learning. Hopefully you never finish learning. I play Rocksmith on the computer. There you go. That'll work. Kind of. Find it a little unusual that Paul makes guitars but doesn't really play. You don't have to. Leo Fender. Everybody Paul's a big fan of saying that Leo Fender didn't know how to play guitar. See, Leo Fender. I knew it was coming. Not with the hundreds of dollars I've given you on Patreon. Probably true. $3 or whatever a month times what, 4 years, 5 years? And then you did buy a calendar. So and a bowl with some dead finger skin on it. Some burned $10, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe. I think you like picked a random number. You give me like $7.43 or something. You picked a stupid number. No, I don't. I don't remember what tier you're on. It's $10 CA. Oh, that's why. Okay, so that's why it looks like a dumb number, because Patreon gives me the numbers in US, and you give them 10, so they show me 7 whatever. I tried to learn, but I got tiny hands and short stubby fingers, so I had a hard time. Maybe grow some better hands. What? Wasn't willing to pay for a custom smaller neck since I'm bad at sticking with hobbies. I wish. Do I? I was gonna say. The reason that I am that I don't play electric guitar is because I'm used to playing acoustic guitar where the strings are nicely spaced apart and then it's it's bigger and heftier and I don't have to be as precise. Electric guitar I think is easier for small vingy people. I have huge hands and fat fingers. I'd like to learn, but it's frustrating. One of the best guitar players I know, um, well, one of the best musicians in general that I know, that I used to jam with, has enormous meat palm fingers, and he does just fine. But he practices like shut up. If you practice, like that's not fair. Well, you got to be so much better than me. Oh, because you play all the time. Oh, okay. Like I don't play all the time, so I don't get any better. People who play all the time get better if they're trying to. As a fat finger fucker, I can confirm bass is easier than electric for me. Yeah, sure. Basses, they're even further apart on a bass. Mikey B made it to Guitar Fest 2026. You see this thing, dude? It's nice. Look at this. Ooh. Ooh. That's just like resting in there. We just wanted to see if the actual scale length was right. But she's a beauty. Bought an Ibanez bass because it has a skinny neck. Yeah, you have a skinny neck. No, didn't work. One last word on the guitar. I ship worldwide. Yes, he does. Ships worldwide, and it's a smoking good deal on a nice guitar if you like pointy. Looks even better with some hardware on it now. I can't wait to see the completed one. The completed one this or the completed one that I'm already done? Because that one you can see on the internet already. There's like a whole series of making that bad boy. I do play some keyboards, but I have similar problems doing a full chord. I could see that if you got little finkies, little hands. This one, I have hours invested in you building this one. It's true. It's true. Maybe I never finish it. And then you're just like on a cliffhanger and just like the tension like drives you insane. Like The Shining. I'll definitely make some inquiries here. Yeah, Australia would like this guitar. It would, it would be welcome in Australia, I think. The 4 uncompleted ones in between. 3 and a bass. Thank you very much. Saying I'm not already there. I don't know you that well. Maybe. Bass is next because it turns into a cello when it's done. And then back to the Sisters, and then back to Dusk, and then we'll move on from there. I think I would enjoy making another of these, like semi-hollow body, Telecaster type things. Like it was pretty straightforward. I do enjoy the not having to make a neck break angle. That's a pretty shitty part of making like Gibson Tunematic style guitars, is that neck break angle is kind of annoying. Yeah. This is a pretty straightforward, you just like cut out your shape and then you all the bits and like I spent hours on a live stream over New Year's. Yeah, that's a good point. You got to be a little bit off to do that. Well, how do you think I feel? Like I was the one doing it. Like some kind of idiot. Like, here's an idea, everybody. I'm going to build a guitar live on the internet in 5 live shows. Oh, and by the way, I've only made 1 guitar. Like, so stupid. But it's okay. It's a thing that I did. It's a thing that I did. And it's pretty. And it hopefully sounds okay once it's all done. And if it doesn't, it's still pretty. I will, I'll make another one of these. I mean, if I can do my first one in like, well, I mean, I got to this point in what, like 12 hours of actual work. So now that I've done it once, next one should be a little quicker. I could devote 10 hours to making another one of these. I could devote another 12 hours to making another one of these. I photographed a squirrel in the snow today. My little friend was reaping the rewards of catching maple seeds. Hey, sweet. You didn't build a guitar yet. You built a guitar-shaped object so far. Yep. But I'm pretty much done. Like, my boy Tyler's going to do the frets. And then we're just dropping electronics in it. So, like, the woodworking part of it is done. So, as the woodworker involved in the creation of the guitar, my part is done. I mean, a little couple more grits of sanding on the fretboard, but hey, if somebody buys that guitar from Paul and then I get $100, then I can give that $100 to Tyler Peterson. Thought frets take a lot of handwork. That's why I'm getting Tyler to do them. I don't want to do metal. Metal is stupid. Metal is dumb. If you like it, you can have it. Everybody can like what they like. Oh, bingo square. But I don't like it, and I will pay somebody else to do that part. Give the... Oh, Marvo! I almost got to read it. Something about giving away the $100. Damn it, Marv. Shake my fist at you. Do you still have a stock though, Paul? A stock though. Do you have a stock though? Oh, the pens? I have a stock of pens. You want to just buy a pen? Oh, you asked me if you could buy a pen, didn't you? And I said, well, just wait for the website. And then now you don't want to wait for the website. You want to go get one from Paul instead? Is that what's happening? Fine. Mr. Impatient needs his pen right now. Can't have this one. This one's mine. This is my favorite pen. This is my Red Mally Burl Maple Leaf Click 2.0. This is my favorite pen. From Australia. From, I want to say Scotty. I want to say Custom Creations Scotty sent me this chunk of wood. Still watching Teriyaki Pork Chops. Is it that long? I don't remember it being that long. Was there some details on the website thing? I'm just going to build it through Square, which is my payment processor when I go to markets. They have a free website builder built into the payment processing system. And so it's just going to be however it shows up. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I can put listings there. And that's where I can direct people to, and then they can buy and pay, and I can get all of their information. It is a website, but it's going to be like a .square.ca or whatever. But it'll be good because it'll be tied to my payment processor. So like when I go to markets and stuff with my things, if it sells at the market, it will come off of my website without me having to go through that step of taking it off the website if it sells at a market. Why can't storm-filled Gidgeys be harvested? Is that a joke or is that an actual question? It sounds like a joke, doesn't it? Hey, why can't storm-filled Gidgeys be harvested? Because they're in the outback. Or, so it's like hardy har. It sounds like at the start of a joke. You can't harvest a storm-filled Gidgee? Like, is that an actual thing? You're not allowed to do that? Maybe because if it comes down naturally, now it's part of the ecosystem. And if it naturally is felled by the ecosystem, it belongs to the ecosystem and humans can't have it. I think would be my logic, I suppose. Tom Keeltronics is late because he fell asleep. I'm going to go do that shortly. This is going to be a short episode tonight. And then I'm going to bed. Maybe I'll eat first, but maybe not because I'm pretty tired. Make sure that you hit the thumb. If you haven't hit the thumb to do the thing so that YouTube knows that you like the thing. And they hit the thumb, and then it does a thing, and then the YouTube knows, and then Gidgee can, but Gretchen, but purple Gidgee can't. No, you don't want it with the purple Gidgee. People realized it was different, that it was made illegal. Oh, I like this red mallee stuff. I mean, I've only got little burl pieces, but it's pretty. I do have a fair bit of it in terms of like pen size chunks. New Year's marathon take you out a little bit, but also just long day at work and without food, and I didn't sleep all that well last night, and yeah, I've done like 15 hours of live shows in the last 7 days, so I made that a couple years ago for Mike. He's probably lost it. The Mike's Wooden Things and stuff pen? Nope. Uh-oh. Hold on. Uh-oh. Maybe I did lose it. It was in here a little while ago. Damn it. Oh, man. In one of the drawers, maybe? I lost it. I mean, it's around somewhere, but I mean, technically it's lost. Because right now I don't know where it is, and therefore lost. This is a good one though. This was also sent by my boy Scott in Australia. This was like a resin thing that he sent that was good. What else I got in here? I get this crappy junk Purple Heart one that's kind of like, I think it was like one that I did in class to show like that you can do little scoopies and stuff in it, and it didn't finish awesome. This one, I forgot about this one. This one was maple that it was kind of flamey. It was a little bit flamey, and I thought it was going to be nice. And then when I turned it, all the flame just kind of disappeared. So I tried dyeing it with Crystal Light. Blue raspberry Crystal Light powder. And it kind of gave it a greenness, and it's ugly. It's ugly and gross looking. So, but I like it because it was an experiment. It's like blue Crystal Light dyed maple that turned green. What else I got? That's all that I got of mine in here. I got a whole bunch of pens, but that's unnecessary. Red mallee still plentiful. I love it. One of my favorite woods to turn, right next to snakewood. Snakewood's expensive, isn't it? Red ironbark is also a mallee. Mallee just means root ball. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was like an actual species. Sarah wants another thin line pen. What? Who is that and what are they doing? just being loud driving by my house. And not loud in like a cool way either, but like Sarah wants another thin line pen. You can have it. I mean, you want this shitty one? I'll make her another pen. I was going to say garbage truck. Yeah, it may as well be a fucking garbage truck, except it's not. Usually the garbage truck is gone by 9. Love turning. Paduke is good. Kokobolo is good. Thuya, I have not turned. You gave me a piece. But it's too big for a pen. I don't want to waste it. So I think it's going to be knife scales probably. But in any case, you know what? She can have this one for free. No, she can't. I like it because it's a little bit like it was a cool effort. I was like, well, this is boring. Let's try to dye it. And I was like, Crystal Light. It was like that. It wasn't the powder. It was the Crystal Light. It was like this stuff. Like the water flavoring concentrate. Like this. Except I think it was Crystal Light. But it was like, I was like, oh, maybe it'll dye blue. And it dyed it like snot green instead. And I'll send you some Thuya pen blank size. Okay, put them in the box. The nicest thing to turn is Sapili. Sapili's nice to turn. Yeah, Sapili's a nice turn. Paduke is a really nice turn because it's kind of greasy. And it almost kind of like self-lubricates, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, it feels greasy, like the shavings and stuff. You can you go between your fingers and it, yeah. Not turned any of those, Paul. I have some French oak red wine barrel segments that are half stained purple from the red wine. Gonna make some spatulas. Okay, cool. I've turned a couple of your Australian granite style woods. Spotted something oak, spotted oak, or something like that. Was kind of boring looking in the end of things. I thought it was going to be interesting, and it was kind of boring looking. The red Mallee burl stuff, iron bark, something iron bark or some shit. My Concava pen. Was something. This guy. This guy was some kind of Australian something. I don't remember, but Scotty sent it to me. I want to say it was that iron bark stuff. And it's pretty cool, but it's also boring. Like, there's no visual interest other than the shape. Duke has beautiful chatoyance if you put the right finish on it. Yeah, and it's like I said, it's a fun to turn. Gray iron bark is prick. Good calling it granite. Yeah. Yeah, and it's just dull. Like, it just looks like a boring brown mahogany type looking grain. It's just kind of meh. Need the sapwood line or nice figure on ironwork. Otherwise, it's just meh. That's what it is. It's like, it is meh. That's what it is. It's kind of, yeah, just looks kind of like a mahogany of sorts. You spotted something. What was the spotted something? Spotted gum? You guys have all kinds of like things that are called something gum. Salmon gum and purple spotted gum and shit. Like just. There was some kind of spotty something that Scotty sent, but it was on behalf of Hammeroo that like gave it to him to send to me. Spotted oak or something. I want to say it was spotted oak. In any case, I have done some Australian woods. But I think that might do it for tonight, you guys. What's that? Look at this random stick of walnut in here. What's in my random writing implement bag? I've just got these 2 random little sticks of walnut. What are these going to be for? These aren't good for anything. I can't do anything with those. Like, there's nothing I can do with these. Like chopsticks? They're not even, like, you can't even, there wouldn't even be, I'm not a good chopsticker, but glue a veneer in them and turn them into pen blanks. They're not, I would need 2 more. Like, it's only the inlays. Walnut inlays. Like, I've got bigger scraps of, there's literally no need for me to keep this type of scrap of wood. There's about 800 species of gum tree. Oh, Mr. La-ti-da over there with all of his gum trees. I have about 1 million sweet gum trees and 10 million of their seeds. I do not want any, no. But if it was your neighbor had his say. But I just got here. Well, fucking show up on time then, Andrew. I'm tired, yo. This is like hour 16 of live show in the last 6 days or something. As an additional incentive, I'll turn a custom pen for the person that buys a guitar. Oh! And maybe it'll have a Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff logo in it. There's a company going international by recycling wooden chopsticks into other things. It's a lot of processing though. They're too healthy. They are too healthy and drop their damn balls everywhere. You gotta hate it when the balls are dropping everywhere. Nope. Just leave it. By the way, you guys, Gretchen doesn't like it when your balls drop everywhere. You can only drop your balls in specific places. Not everywhere. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, like, that's a lot of, I've done a lot of interneting in the past little while. Okay? But, gonna keep on keeping on with the Saturday shows. It would, like, check out the awesomeness of this guitar. Like, this is super nice. And I made it live with an audience on the internet, and I'm proud of myself. And Pinnell can shut up. Just learned Square is a U.S. company. Well, I did. It is. I mean, it is what it is. Sounds like gunshots under the metal roofed pergola. What does? Oh, maybe I was clicking? The audience were more like hecklers, but I mean, but they were asking some actual questions and stuff, and then Paul was sometimes answering them, and sometimes not in a dickish way about what I was doing. Glad to know she would be playable. Yep. I did, hopefully. I mean, McKinney, shut up. I fell asleep New Year's on your show and didn't see you finish it. Only the woodworking part is finished. I paused it for 14 minutes and came back to, and Pinnell can shut up. Yeah. That's perfect timing. That's really good. Do you think best thing ever category? Best thing of last year. We will have to see. It may be best thing ever, but I won't know until it's done and can hear it, because it's competing with another guitar. And I've got a couple really nice tables. So that's why, like, in today's, what he's referencing, in case you haven't seen it, today's video is my resolutions of 2026. And I talk about how this year I want to make my best thing ever. And I don't know, that's going to be a hard thing to tell, because how do you say that this cabinet is better than this table, is better than this guitar, is better than this box? Like, it's going to have to be just sort of like an instinctual thing. Like, I'm going to have to just know that this thing is the best thing I've ever made. So, I mean, this is going to be, if this plays nicely, it's probably in the top 4. But it was technically last year. Sorry, I'm a paid sometimes. I'm just having fun, man. You're good. Love watching the process and look forward to how each one's voice is. Well, yeah. And they're all, I mean, we talked about that too. Like, about how, like, Tonewood is bullshit. They're all going to be a little different. And I mean, it may even if it sounds bad, it may still have its place. Like, maybe it has a really good, like, crunchy, fuzzy tone that's perfect for a certain song. And I'll use it for that. Maybe. we should vote if it's the best thing ever. At the end of the year, we'll see. Maybe right at the end of the year, we'll take my couple of best things, and then it'll be up to you guys whether or not they are my best thing ever. At this point I have no idea what it even might be. My ideas in my head for the Hyrulean cabinet, I can picture this. If the ideas in my head come to fruition, I can picture that being a potential best thing I've ever made. I can picture one of these guitars that I can picture Sean's bass potentially being the best thing I've ever made. I could picture Dusk being the best thing I've ever made. I don't know if it would count as being a thing that I made this year when I started it like 3 years ago. But or it could be something that I haven't even envisioned yet. Or it could be something that I never envisioned and it just happens. Like magic. Or like maybe the forest nymphs come and they give me an inspiration and then I make a thing. We don't know. We have no way. We have no way to know. Anyway. Best is different in other people's eyes. It's true. And that's what I mean when I say like it's going to be like you can't objectively say that this is the best thing I've ever made and that's just science. Like that, because what makes it better than a table? My kitchen table, I could make an argument for it's the best thing I've ever made. Because it's the thing that I've made that's gotten the most use since it was made and is probably the most integral thing that I've made in order, like in terms of its impact on my life. Is it the best quality thing I've ever made? Probably not. I don't know. We'll see at the end of the year. At the end of the year, I would like to look at something I've made this year and be able to say that might be the best thing I've ever made. Cooking utensils were the best. Those were the best cooking utensils I ever made. But I don't think that they were better than Dawn. And I don't think they were better than the Unity coffee table. So I don't think they were better than Gretchen's box. Oh, don't. You guys. I am going to bid us all adieu. I am going to strike forth upon the world. If you watched today's video all the way to the end, you will know what I'm talking about. And I will say, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to each other, and we'll see you next Saturday. Hopefully with some more energy than I have right now. And maybe with an idea about what my next thing is that I'm going to make. I think I should probably finish off some of these fucking guitars, honestly. Sean's bass is the next guitar type thing that needs to happen. But then after that, I might just skip the other guitars for a minute and make something cabinety or flat. I don't know. Anyway, Make something next Saturday. I'll make your face into ground. Nope. There was something there. There was a nugget. Bye, everybody. Short show, he says. Hour 41. I guess for like these days, that is a short show. Didn't used to be. These things used to be like an hour, hour and a half. Used to be schmoosed to be. What? Schmoosed to be?